Okay, so we're gonna take the right knee is gonna stay on top of the left and the right arm is gonna be here already. We're just gonna start with a little bit of reaching, just kind of like in a nice slow way. So inhaling, reaching up, knee comes up, exhale, coming on back. And again, allowing the neck to move with it if you want, or feel free just to stay down looking at the floor. Good, we're gonna do 5 more. And then exhaling it out. And again, you can also keep that breath long, right? You can make an inhale here, and then an exhale out. Great, 1 more last breath. And exhale out. Super, finding your way back towards the center, taking a deep breath. Great, we're gonna stretch out the legs all the way here, and you're gonna lift up for me, and then slowly come on down. So again, using, as always, the core to hold and lift. And again, just feeling what's happening with those toes, what's happening with the shoulders, what's happening with your hips. Can you keep this upper body nice and lifted? Good, we've got 5. And again, here I want us to use the inhale up, exhale, slowly lower down, right? So you're kind of coming up a tiny bit faster and using the length to slowly lower down. Good, 3, 2, and then last time 1. Excellent, coming back to the center and then coming all the way up for me, palms outward facing, palms down, fingers outward facing. And again, you have some space. You're gonna walk those feet a little bit further away so there's even more space. The arm comes here. You're gonna slowly reach on up and then stretch out that right leg and then come on back. So here we're not actually twisting, but you're still allowing for the right arm to come down and tap the outside of that right foot. I do love these lifting reaches. We've got 4, 3. And again, feeling if you can push away from the floor a little bit more. Can you use the core to lift a tiny bit more away from that hip feeling? And then last time here. And coming all the way back. Great, coming through the center for a quick little space change. So the right foot is in front, the left foot is behind, and we're reaching all the way here. And we're gonna make just some small circles. Again, reaching out, shoulders down. Good, and our circles are going forward facing, but I don't want you to you're not doing that, but really make sure that you're stabilizing through the center so that the only thing moving are the arms. Good, we've got 3, 2, 1. Good, we're gonna twist to the right and we're gonna do circles again forward. So again, you're staying on this right side and seeing what happens. Do your shoulders wanna reach up? Do they wanna move down? Can you keep them moving up? And kind of staying parallel to the floor, engaging the core as you twist. Finding myself to be slightly out of breath, which is an interesting thing. Good, we've got 3, 2, 1, back to the center, and then twisting to the other side. Again, still forward facing circles. And again, allowing the core to be so engaged that that balance through the center and that stabilization is very present. And again, opening up the hips, trying not to hold the knees up, but rather allowing them to gravitate downwards towards the floor. Good, we got 3, 2, and 1. Super, down towards the center, and then arms come down. Whew, I don't know, it happened so fast. All right, here we go. So coming onto that right arm for that 90-degree angle. The left knee is stacked on top, and we're reaching all the way here. Great, so we're coming on in with that knee opening and then squeezing and reaching. And again, if you want to do it the opposite direction, you can do that too. Good, and again, finding that flow open through the chest, extending all the way out. Great, and seeing how you can open here a little bit more. Can you find that the hips want to stay stacked, or are they fighting with you? And can you keep that liftedness or that lift feeling from that right side body now? Good, 2 more. And last time here. Good, coming down towards the center and then coming all the way up on those arms. And here we go. So you're reaching all the way out and then coming down just a little bit. So again, you have that extra little lift at the top and come down. 5. And again, we're pushing away with the arm as well. We're not sinking into the shoulder. We're keeping that arm really nice and strong. Great. 3, 2, and then 1. Super. Coming back towards the center. This time the left is in front, the right is behind. And we're extending the arms out, this time backward circles. So again, feeling what this feels like versus before. And still trying to keep that space between the shoulders and the ears very large. Good, we've got 3, 2, and 1. Happy burn. Good, let's twist to the left first. And again, circling backwards, thinking about stabilizing everything else. You have something balanced on your head and it's not gonna move. You feel the spine get longer, you feel the breath expanding through the ribs, and then exhale, kind of bringing everything back to your inner hug. Great, 2, 1. Ho, ho, ho. Over to the right side, lengthening out. Here we go, backward circles again. It's amazing. I think I just have more tolerance for arm and core. That's what it is. Like my legs just kind of go with the flow, but that appreciation of the burn is somehow more accepting in my arms and my belly. 3, 2, 1, back to the center. Arms come down, awesome. Okay, so we're actually gonna come onto the belly for a moment, and the reaching out of the arms is gonna happen here. Your legs are coming onto either side of the mat for a moment. Great, so we're gonna gently reach a little bit longer. So your head is just an extension of the spine, so we're not looking up necessarily. You're taking a nice inhale, and you're gonna lift your feet off of the floor, keeping the arms nice and long. Great, and I want you to imagine that you have a ball, and you're gonna squeeze that ball together, and then you're gonna let it drop. So you're inhaling, squeezing the ball together, letting it drop. Great, 8 more. And then you find that you can even maybe push up a little bit higher so that you also activate the back. But again, that lift still comes from the core. The arms are there as that extra secondary support. But again, feeling how the core is still very much lifted in that spine position. Great, so you're squeezing together and then letting it drop. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Good, slowly lower those feet and then allow yourself to melt down on 3, 2, and 1. Good, take another inhale. And then exhale again, lifting your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat first and feeling that lift from the center. Great, and then I want you to adjust. Can you hold here? Do you need to come down a little bit more? Again, inhaling, expanding the rib cage. Exhale, lift up the left leg and then tap it down. So we're just gonna isolate the left now. Inhale, lift up the left. Lower it down. Good. 3 more. 2, and 1. Great, now we're gonna add that right arm with it. So you're gonna lift up the left leg, circle the right arm behind you. Exhale, lower down. Only 4 more to go in this position. Inhaling, reach, pointing those toes. Exhale, slowly lower. Great. And again, feeling how as your back strengthens and gets longer with the spinal articulation, you still feel how that inner hug from the center is very, very active. Last time here. Good, gently put that right arm down and then slowly melt down for 3, 2, and 1. Good, take another inhale, expanding. Exhale, lifting on up. Again, come up like a little higher first, so you stretch and wiggle. And then you kind of just melt down a little bit more into a more active, comfortable position. So that right leg, inhaling, lifting it on up, and then slowly lowering it down for 5, 4. And again, see what happens as you get a little bit higher with that right leg. Do you still feel that lift from the center? Do you feel the lift wandering into your shoulders? If you do, see if you can focus a tiny bit more on the core and on the bum lifting together. Great, here we go. We're lifting up the right leg. The left arm goes behind and you circle it behind you. And then you exhale, reach long. Inhale, right leg comes up, circling that left arm in that half circle position. Exhale, reaching. Inhaling, circle, lengthen, reach. Exhale, keep the hips heavy as you rotate within the shoulder socket. 2 more. And then last time here. Excellent, arm comes down. Push yourself up a tiny bit more. And then slowly lower down on 3, 2, and 1. Great, bring those feet together, hands come by your side. Shift your weight back to stretch out your lower back. Okie dokie, so we're gonna flip ourselves around. And we're gonna do some lifts. So your elbows are back, your fingers are forward facing, and your feet, your legs are about a little wider than hip width, tiny bit more, okay? So you're gonna take a nice inhale. You're gonna gently lift up your hips for a moment, stretch up the left leg, bring the left leg in front of the right, and then we're gonna do our hip dip. Then we're gonna uncross, open up, re-tap, and hip dip down. Hip dip. Let's try that on the other side. So we lift first, stretch out the right leg. Right leg goes across the left. Hip dip down on the right. Untwist, stretch up that right leg, put the foot down, and then tap. Good, so another time nice and slow. Lift up, stretch up the left, cross across the right, twist from the waist, hip dip down on the left. Untwist, stretch out the leg, put that foot down, and then hip dip down. Inhale up, exhale right leg out. Inhale, cross and tap. Exhale, unweave and stretch. Inhale, foot comes down. Exhale, dip. Good, let's see if we can do it a little faster. Stretch, twist, reach, back. And again, if you feel like it's too fast, slow it down. Good. 1 more on each side only. So again, just finding that reach that happens as we lower, lift, dip. Last time here. Super, coming on down for 3, 2, 1, bum comes down, reaching out the arms all the way here.